Hi everyone. I'm going to do a very quick demonstration on how I clean the trombone. There are a lot of ways to clean a trombone, and this is just one of them. This is the one that works best for me. I do this every week pretty much. I would do it even more often, depending on the type of jobs I'm playing. If I'm doing something that requires me to do a lot of mileage on the slide, then I do this more often. There are a lot of different kinds of cleaning products that you can buy. I'm going to use the most basic stuff here. What I have is a rag, preferably relatively clean. I have a trombone snake. This is about 3 feet of a coiled and covered wire type thing with brushes on the end. I don't know if you can see that. Just have some brushes on the end of this. So this will go into the instrument. I have a mouthpiece brush here. So let's get started. It's very easy. First I'm going to take the slide section of the trombone. It's complete. It has both the inner and outer slides. I'm going to lock that, and I'm going to fill it with lukewarm water. I'm just going to adjust the water so it doesn't get too warm. If you get too hot, it'll actually take the lacquer off. So just lukewarm is good. I'm going to leave that right where it is. And then I'll put this over here to soak for a bit. Now, if you haven't cleaned your trombone in a while, you may want to just leave it full of water overnight even, just to let everything loosen up before you do this. So the next thing I'll do is I'll clean my mouthpiece. Mostly just water and working with my hands and with the mouthpiece brush. The mouthpiece brush is used to clean the back bore of the mouthpiece and the exterior as well. So I should just get it down to plain metal and try to get any little bits of food or whatever out of there. So you would look inside your mouthpiece like that just to keep track. I'll set that aside, turn my water off, and now let's assume that I have let this soak for a while. I'm just going to hold it on an angle so that the water will get right up here, and I'm going to clean out the inside of the bore of the slide, starting from this part. This is where you put your mouthpiece, this section, and this is the only part you really need to snake out. This is where all the little bits of food and other kinds of junk get in there. So I'm just going to work this, twisting it a little bit, mostly up and down. And as I work it, then I add another few inches. I keep getting lower and lower, add a few more inches, until I reach this bottom crook, at which point I'll start to feel it hitting up against the crook in the bottom there. And then pull it back out. Rinse that out. Put my snake in the sink to keep it from making a mess. And I will run fresh water through. Try to get any little loosened bits and pieces out of there, just with the water. You run it in through one end and let it run out the other end. That's it. That's all you got to do. I'm going to turn that off, and it should be nice and clean on the inside of the bore. I'll just open the water key and blow it out just to try to get all the drops. Now at this point, I'm going to take the inner part of the slide out. I'll set aside the outer slide carefully. I'm going to take my rag, and then I'll, holding it from here, I'll apply pressure, try to get all of the dried up lubricant off there. I then grab this end of the slide with the rag, put my hand here. This way I'm always holding the same tube. It's not in danger of being put out of alignment by me. Okay. This is done. If you want to see how your internal cleaning went, you just look right through there. So it went pretty well. Then I hang this on a doorknob, which happens to be right next to the camera. Now this is the most important part. I'm now going to fill this outer slide section. See, now it's just one piece. There's no inner slide in there. I'm going to fill this up with a few inches of water. I want it to be filled up to right about here. This is the crucial part of the instrument. This area right here, this is where all the muck gets collected that makes your slide sticky. So we want to put our snake in here. Try to work it in right in that spot. You'll feel when it starts to hit the bend right here in this crook. You'll feel that. So I'm hitting the bend, so the brush is right here by the water key. I want the brush to be right up here, so that's about 6 inches higher than I am. So then I just work it like that. Try to get every angle possible. I'm twisting it, I'm going back and forth, going in further to try to get it into the crook and out. You begin to do this intuitively. You just get a sense for how much gunk there is in there. Okay, that's the one end. And I take the other end of this, I'll put it in, and I repeat the process for this tube. Okay, there. You hit the crook. I'm just going to back off a little bit and try to get into that crucial zone at the bottom of this main tube. Okay, just about done. I'm going to take the snake out, pour out the water. I'm going to run through some fresh water through just to clear out any debris that we've loosened. In one end and out the other. In one end and out the other. Turn the water off. Now we're just about done. Again, I'm going to blow it out. Just to try to reduce the number of drips that we're going to have. I'll reassemble the slide. And at this point, your slide should move quite nicely. Beautiful. The only thing left to do is lubricate the slide. I use Slido Mix. This is a 3-stage lubricant. There's a little bottle and the big bottle, and then this is a spray bottle of water. I just take the little bottle, which is a synthetic oil. I open the slide to about 7th position or so, get a nice big drop right on the stockings. The stockings are the slightly thicker part at the end of the slide, which makes contact, and I work it in. Try to get that to work in. Don't worry about having water in there. Water actually helps distribute this stuff. The next phase is the larger bottle, which I start from up here, and I'm just applying, let me see if I can get it closer so you can see, just a big drip to let it drip all the way down. Once it drips all the way down, work it in, just like we did with the synthetic oil. It should now feel smooth, but just a little viscous. It's a word that means slight resistance to flow. So the last stage is to spray a lot of bubbles of water on here. These act like ball bearings, and once they're all well distributed inside the slide, it should feel effortless. So there you go. How to clean a trombone. The other part, the bell section, well, you don't have to clean that very often. As long as you get your mouthpiece and your slide section clean, then you're good to go. Thanks, and see you soon.